beautiful people. Okay, so I did a thing. You remember last week when I was talking about the Deviant Tarot Moon deck? I was like, oh, it called to me. Well, I guess it still did because I bought it. So this is a brand new deck. Today I am going to go through how to cleanse it and how to get to know it. Because, well, hey, it's brand new, so let's do this together. Waha! Let's go. Okay, I guess we didn't go too far, but first things first. How to cleanse your deck. There are a few ways to do this. You can use a smudge stick or incense. I will list in the video the different kinds of smudge sticks that you can use and the different kinds of incense that will work also really good for your deck. What I do want to say about the smudge sticks, specifically with white sage, if you are not Native American and you are using white sage, please know that that is cultural appropriation. We want to respect our Native American brothers and sisters, so please just keep that in mind when you're choosing your smudge stick. Another thing about white sage, though, is that it is so scarce because it was really popular at first because we didn't realize the cultural appropriation. But we do that as consumers, you know, when something becomes really popular, we just like pounce on it and we just gobble it all up until it's either no longer available or it's just really scarce. I personally feel like that's disrespectful to our mother nature and this land that we live in, that we inhabit. Anyways, okay, I'll get off my little soapbox. Another way to cleanse your deck is by using sound, and you can look up even on YouTube bell sounds. And what I like to do is play those and just kind of like put my deck over my phone as I'm playing that, or if you're on your laptop, just put it close to the bell sound and just let it kind of like absorb that sound. I guess it's kind of hard to explain that part. But I mean, once you start doing it, you kind of get what I mean. The last thing personally that I have used to cleanse my deck is crystals. So you can cleanse it using selenite is a really good crystal. I believe amethyst is also a good crystal. Honestly, you just put your crystals on top of your deck and you're good to go. Let's get into getting to know our deck. Okay, so I have cleansed this deck. So I just want to show you some of these cards. Let's see here. We got Ace of Pentacles. So, take a look at this is one of those decks where it's not going to be close to the traditional Rider-Waite deck. So I honestly feel like it's good that I did not get this deck first when I was first learning. What I like to do, honestly, is shuffle the cards. Just the shuffle, and this also can clear the cards. If you just shuffle them without any intention, just shuffle your deck. Okay. Ah! Let's look at some of these cards that fell out. Okay, so we have the Empress. Can you see that? How beautiful that is. The Emperor. The Fool. You see how different that is from the Rider-Waite deck? The Magician. They might be in order. I think a lot of the cards that I have gotten have all been in order. like all the suit cards are together, all the major arcana is together in order. And so that's a good reason why we want to shuffle this deck so that the cards are not in order. The way you shuffle your deck, this is how I like to shuffle my deck, simply because it's respectful to the cards. When you first get your deck, you want to think of it as a brand new friend. So you are going to you're going to respect your deck. You're going to try and get to know your deck like it's a brand new friend. So just keep that in mind. Treat it nicely. This deck, I feel like this deck is already trying to talk to me. 1, 2, 3. I don't know Roman numerals. That is the 9 of Cups. This is the 8 of Cups. A lot of people like to shuffle it like they're playing cards, but I don't like to do that. It bends your cards. I don't know. Everyone is different, but you know, we don't. Oh, I'll show you that card. Personally, I just don't like to do that. I feel like it's disrespectful to the cards. As you get to know your cards better and yourself better as a reader, maybe you'll find that that's okay for you. I'm going to put the spread that I'm going to be using around here somewhere. And really all I did was look up on Pinterest a spread on how to get to know your deck, and it's as simple as that. That's what I did as a beginner, but you don't have to use a spread. You can choose your own questions and let the deck talk to you that way. The first question is, please introduce yourself as a deck. So you would shuffle, and then as you shuffle, oh, we already got a card. But as you shuffle, if a card did not drop out, you would just shuffle until you felt it was right, or until a card, like if you felt like the card was on top and you just intuitively felt that that was the right card, you know, you that's what you would put down, okay? The second question, what are your strengths as a deck? Just one card to show what your strengths as a deck are. Okay, we're going to use this card. That just gives you an example of this card really felt like, and honestly, this card does too. Those two cards felt like that answers that question. Okay. What are your limitations as a deck? Can you tell me what your limitations as a deck is? Okay. And lastly, what is the outcome of our relationship? Whoop. Okay. Here's the spread. You know, honestly, let's just take a look at the bottom of the deck. Some people like to do that. And we have the Page of Wands. As a beginner, I would just use the little booklet that each deck comes with to give you an idea of what each card means. This card is actually upside down. I'm not going to really get into reversals, but because this one is in reverse, we're going to go ahead and read it that way. This one is the 7 of Swords in reverse. So let's see what that means. The Harlequin attempts to swallow his swords in a dramatic display of skill, yet his plan is flawed. The rope which binds the blades is frayed and will soon break, leaving him in a tragic predicament. What it says for a reversal meaning is a plan well thought out. Strong advice. At this point, I would then go and look at the details in the card and further get the meaning of the card from the details that I noticed there. And that's kind of part of using your intuition at this point. Because the upright meaning of this card means an ill-conceived plans or a path to failure, and I got this card in a reversed meaning, which means a plan well thought out. I just really feel like, I don't know, I get the feeling this deck is just really intelligent, like an intelligent deck. And I feel like I'm gonna grow as a reader. That's what I really feel like with this card. There's nothing more that I get from this card, honestly. Let's move on. Okay, so these two cards together, this is a really good example of how to read a card together. So this one by itself would be like compassion and helpfulness, gratitude. This one by itself means childhood memories and longing for the past. These two together, though, the strengths as the deck, to me, just means that it is going to be very helpful to me. I just get a really strong feeling, very helpful in helping heal childhood trauma. This is how I don't that's kind of where the intuition comes in. Like I don't long for the past anymore, but what I do long for is help with like shadow work and stuff, and I really think that this deck is really going to help me with that. Okay, so my question with this one was, what were your limitations? And because this is such a powerful card, I kind of feel like this deck is saying, hey, I have no limitations. I am limitless. I feel like I can really reach, you know, this Empress status. And I love that. I can't believe I waited so long for this to get this deck. Okay, the next card. The question was, what can I learn from you? And oh my gosh, like I got the 10 of Cups with that. I feel like I can do so much with this deck. I'm gonna learn so much with this deck and really accomplish a lot of inner and personal goals with this deck. Next question was, what is the best way to work with you? And I got the 9 of Pentacles. This deck specifically, the 9 of Pentacles, means material good fortune, a wealthy and independent female, a pet lover. I'm definitely a pet lover. I own a dog. This card is about independence, and I absolutely love that. Oh my gosh, I'm just loving this deck. Our relationship is Queen of Cups. In this deck, it means a kind and caring person, devoted, imaginative, a guiding personality. I really feel like this deck is telling me that it's going to be a guiding point for me. Like if I have questions, I'm really going to be able to grow with this deck, and it's going to be a relationship of love for both of us. Hey, sorry I kind of rushed through that a little bit. I was running out of room on my phone, and I just wanted to make sure I didn't get interrupted, because when that happens and you're doing a reading, even a spread as simple as this, you kind of lose your momentum, you lose your focus, and it's harder to get back there when you're interrupted. So one card I did not want to forget about is this Page of Wands that I got on the bottom of the deck. It's kind of like the overall message, the overall feel of the reading, like what my deck wanted to tell me overall. The meaning to this card: using a pair of handmade stilts, the page boldly treks across an icy pond. Undaunted by the inherent risk of his actions, he confronts life's obstacles with youthful optimism and energy. The upright meaning is creative thinking, ingenuity, and a genius. I just, you know what, honestly, I feel like I'm kind of in love with this deck. And I feel like I have a really good relationship with it already. It's the best deck that I could have gotten for me, and honestly, had I listened to my intuition all that long time ago, I possibly could have had this deck in my life a lot earlier and done the because I have done shadow work and trauma work. Um, I might have been able to answer some questions that my other deck was not able to help me with. This deck is just so full of love and helpfulness, and I don't know, it's gorgeous, and I'm just so thankful that I got it. So I hope that that was helpful information for you. Again, you don't have to use this spread. It's just the one that I chose to use today. You can go on Pinterest. There's other spreads to get to know your deck. You can make up the questions for yourself. If you find that you don't have a good relationship with your deck, one thing that you can do is ask your deck, what can you do better to connect with your deck? And then based on that card, you can you might be able to connect your deck with your deck better in that way. Again, the booklet is helpful. Knowing the meanings, the traditional meanings of the cards is helpful, but also it's a lot of intuition work and just paying attention to like the artwork that you see here in each card. Again, I will suggest your first deck, please do not use, I guess unless you're really called to it. Maybe you'll learn if you're really called to a deck that's a little different. But for the most part, you're gonna want to get something that's similar to the Rider-Waite deck. Okay, so I hope this video has been helpful to you. Hopefully it's not too long and it was definitely entertaining. Please don't forget to hit subscribe if you're not subscribed already. The like button, I really appreciate those likes, so I know that I'm doing a good job. And click on the bell down below to make sure you don't miss out on any of the new videos that are coming out. This was so much fun. Thank you for being here with me today.